Welcome to this session. This will be an SRT only video. Some of my other videos, I usually do hybrids with pick a cards or other things. This one will be SRT only on the topic of sleep. I may do some channeling because I usually tend to channel, so they may come through for any messages. But as of now, this was an SRT only one. So, all right, let's get started. Okay, so for this SRT only on the topic of sleep, I am kind of going to start off first with a little bit about the prep to work, just because I already did my prep to work for myself and then for those that will be watching this and receiving this off camera. But there was some resistance, some interference that came through, so it took a little bit longer than usual to do the prep to work for those that will be watching. For some people, you might experience night terrors. I heard that. I had extra souls, Siamese souls that came through, things like that. So just extra attachments, as well as dark forces. It's nothing to be afraid of by that name or anything else. It just means there might be a little extra energy going on that's affecting your sleep. So I cleared that. There's going to be other things that you may need to do for whoever this is for to help. If you work with anyone, say like Archangel Michael for protection or other deities for whatever your culture may be, calling on them, working with them, or anyone's that you feel aligned to and called to work with. Decluttering your space is going to be important, and being more intentional when you take baths and showers and stuff. Just calling in the energy of cleansing. So thank you, sacred waters, for cleansing my spirit, cleansing my soul. I am clear, I am clean, etc. Whatever feels aligned for you. Some people repeat certain things like Psalms, things like that. Psalms 91, I believe, is a good one for protection. So there are things like that. It's nothing, like I said, I don't want to scare anyone. It just came through that there may be some extra energy. So it's just important for you to keep your field clear and just start to honestly own your power in calling in safety, calling in clarity, protection. Yeah. Anything else? Nope, that's it. Okay. All right. So let's get started. So again, I've already done the prep to work. So let's see, starting off, what is the positive energy? Those watching, hold on, sleep. We have 90. And when I do it, this is the highest number. So for positive energy, I usually ask for the lowest number. And then for negative, I ask for the highest. That's something I've kind of talked to my team with off camera. So, and how I work. So since it's multiple people that may be watching this number does not necessarily apply to you, but this is up to what I'm getting. So, okay. And what is the negative energy that is held on sleep for those watching this? Also 90. Oh, hold on. It's moving. It's moving. Okay, 100. Okay. All right. And we will see what it's like at the end. Okay, where are we going first on the topic of sleep? Okay, is this soul family? Yes, okay, it's clear. Download is necessary. And just like I mentioned in my other videos for SRT, I'm not always going to explain everything. I'm kind of just going to go through it. You don't need to understand everything that is coming up. If it's something that comes up and I feel called, like the nudge to say something or explain it, I will. But other than that, just being open to receiving the clearing, the energetic support for you is just kind of all you need. So you can just watch it, listen to it, whatever it may be. And then you probably see some smoke. I got some sage going just to kind of help clear the energy after that prep to work, because some energies, like I said, came up. Okay, thank you. Where are we going next? Oop, that is extremely strong. Is that 19? Okay. And my intention with some of these SRT only videos is because like my other videos so far, my hybrids, they can take a while. I want to kind of make some that's kind of quicker and to the point. So if you just really want to receive the energy and kind of go about your day or whatever. So, so I can have a mix. Okay, giving. I heard giving your power away. Okay. But also giving, acting as if. Anything else? Taking action. Okay. Loving. Affirming. Is that? No. Right here. Okay. Willingness to change. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Anything else? Okay. Is that other? Yes. Okay. All right. Anything else for chart 19? No. Okay. All right. Let's clear. Any and all blocks to those mentioned. Downloads as necessary. I will say for giving, what came through is, like I said, giving your power away, but also giving yourself, really taking back your own authority. For taking action, I got kind of what came through earlier, cleaning your space. What else? Affirming, using your voice, the power of your voice. It feels like for some people you're in a slump, like almost, I don't know if it's like a depressive slump or mode where you just don't feel like doing anything, or and clutter builds up and you just feel so overwhelmed to do stuff. If you're able to, and if you have the resources to get like a professional cleaner or organizer, or there are even organizations, I don't know all of them, but like every once in a while, like I see online organizations and people that do free cleaning services for people that just feel overwhelmed and need help. Maybe looking into things like that. And honestly, even if you're having a good day, like maybe a lot of your days are not that great, and every once in a while you have a good day where you have a little energy to do something. If you can start with even one area of a room. Okay, all right. Apologies. My video went out. It was not my battery this time. It was fully charged, but I didn't realize I had some bigger files on, so storage ran out. So I went and cleared some storage. I am going to go through my phone and clear out extra stuff so that this does not happen again, hopefully. So it's a process. I'm learning. So as you can kind of see, you can just kind of see it as doesn't always look the best at the process of starting to do this, create this channel, things like that. So yeah, all right. So anywho, let's get back to sleep. So I went through, it cut off kind of early. So I'm gonna kind of try to remember what was said. Again, you do not need to worry about you not seeing it. The energy is still there. You still received it for those that are watching us, from the connection and everything else. But let me just, as far as channeling things that came through really quick. Okay. Taking action, affirming. Those came through as like affirming, using the power of your voice, basically, to speak your intentions of basically honoring your power, protection, claiming protection over yourself, having a clean spirit, a clean being, a clean space, clean environment. Taking action is decluttering. I don't remember if I got to that in the last part, like taking action to declutter. Because I feel like for the majority of people watching, or at least some people for this video specifically, I keep getting things around decluttering your space, owning your power. It felt like some people having a lifetime, and yeah, even like how my throat is going raspy as I'm starting to talk. So yeah, honoring your voice and the power of your voice. It feels like for some people a lifetime, or just a long period of time of basically kind of dealing with things that maybe you shouldn't have when it comes to possibly work or coworkers or your boss or family members or even yourself. And we downloaded some frequencies of self-forgiveness, self-grace, self-love, things like that. And then bringing in more clarity so you can take the first next step. It felt like some lightness came into the heart space. And then I was just saying, for those that felt called to, that felt this, that you will feel throughout this reading or towards the end or within a couple days after. Getting out in community, it felt like might feel aligned for those that feel like a weight has been lifted a little bit in the heart space. Getting out in community, connecting with people you have not connected with in a while, like friends, family, things like that. Just taking a walk or just standing outside in the sun. For some people, you want to like moon gaze at like the nighttime. Yeah, okay, so let's get back to it. Anything else? Is this Infinite Council? Yes, okay. Can we please update, upgrade, educate, elevate the Infinite Council of those watching us? I say bringing in the minimum number of members for the maximum effect so that they can help to support them and this new part of their journey after all of these, I'm not gonna say upgrades, but recalibrations. And actually, let's go ahead and do the same thing for all. For the I am consciousness, the one consciousness, creator, Godhead, into infinity, God, Holy Spirit, forces of light, high council, council of seven masters, angels of light, guardian angels, guides, all of that. And their high selves if needed. Or those that apply. For each person, it might be different. Oh, and then I don't know if it was on there for decluttering. For some people, it's really like a lot of clutter in your space, and that will help. If you have the resources, that's what I've said, if you have the resources to be able to afford like a professional cleaner or professional organizer to come in and really help you declutter your space. And if not, even when you have your modes, because it feels like there's depressive modes and overwhelm and paralysis for some people. Like you're thinking about things so much that you just get paralyzed and stuck and you don't do anything, and then you feel worse and you feel shame. Even if you start with one area of your place, one area of a room, whether it's a drawer or whether it's one side of a wall, like that stuff compounds and it makes a difference. So how can you start? Just starting to let go of stuff. Is there, garage sale or donation? Is it easier, honestly, if you have a lot of stuff you don't need, just throw it in a box and throw it away, or if it's still usable, donate it? Like, what is easy for you where you can start to create more space and clear the clutter? Also honoring maybe like when you take showers and baths, like calling in cleansing and protection, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael for protection and healing, or if there's any other deities or whatever you work with, things like that. Okay. And you might wonder, what does all this have to do with sleep? If your space is filled with a lot of like cluttered energy, chaos, confusion, as well as your mental space, like overwhelm, depression, things like that, that can make you more susceptible to other energies coming through, or just it can disrupt your sleep. It can disrupt your circadian rhythm for your body, from your mind feeling peace. And I say this also from personal experience too, from someone that deals with overwhelm sometimes and paralysis because of it, that I've had depressive modes and things like that, and every once in a while they still try to creep up on me. I've learned tools to manage it just because of my own journey and everything else, but I'm saying this from what's coming through channeling, but I'm also from personal experience. And I can understand that when you're in those modes of, it just feels like so much, it's like, I can't do anything. So can you allow yourself, even in those moments, sometimes what you need is rest. Sometimes you need to just give yourself permission to let go. Say, in this moment, you know, I'm going to give myself permission to not do anything, to rest, to restore, you know? And then once you have had a chance to do that, what's the first step? What do I feel like doing? What feels alive to do? Is it washing a dish? Is it taking a shower? Is it sweeping the floor? Is it going outside, to stand outside? Like, what is it? Is it going to go see some friends because maybe that's what you need to help to nourish and support your soul, where maybe it motivates you when you come back to actually get some stuff done? Is it actually, do you have a trusted friend that can come over and help you? There's a thing called body doubling. Sometimes by having, for some people, the way our brains work, by having people around us, sometimes that motivates us more than us doing it ourselves. So if you have a trusted friend that you don't mind seeing your place, that can be there or help you to declutter, to clean, or just to be there as you doing it, then, you know, hey. And there are online body doubling services. That's something I plan on offering eventually too, is virtual body doubling, because I've learned it has helped me a lot. And for some people, that's what they truly need. You know, one of the tools that they can utilize to really support them. And there's no shame in that. Matter of fact, can we clear old templates, misunderstandings, and just shame, period, and just bring in a newer understanding of what it means, what it is, and being able to look at it from a neutral standpoint and move forward with grace for oneself, as well as guilt, clearing that too. And bringing in more peace, external and internal peace. And the thing about it is, with this energy clearing, yeah, it's going to help energetically, but there still needs to be action. So doing something like this, it will support you, will help you. But at the end of the day, it's still a choice that we have to make. And I'm saying this as someone who has definitely done their fair share of energy work, and I had to learn over time, over my multiple decade journey of doing this, that, you know, there needs to be aligned action also. And I feel like, just from my experience, you need a little bit of both. Because people can take action all day, but sometimes if things keep repeating, then maybe it's something deeper going on, something energetic that also needs to be explored. So I feel like, in my experience, you need a balance or a combination of both. Okay, now it feels like, I don't know, I'm getting this weird sensation as I'm looking at the pendulum and the light reflecting it. I'm getting like this hypnosis effect. It feels like clearing, it feels like clearing for sleep itself, clearing out old energies, and then possibly going to bring in a new template of restful sleep, optimal sleep, restorative sleep. I just got it sounded like almost like somebody was saying, finally, like we're getting to the actual sleep. And all of it's part of it. You know, sometimes you got to go through the layers. Okay, awesome. Okay. Anything else? Feels like the energy is moving a little bit easier now, which is nice for this one. Things are kind of moving. And even though this isn't a personal SRT session, it's still potent. For some people, I'm hearing, if you're interested in exploring this more, a personal session might be beneficial to you. But there's plenty that you can get from doing these group sessions also, whether it's from me or other people. Yes, I will be offering personal sessions again soon. I just kind of felt like somebody was kind of curious about that that's watching this. I think for my personal sessions though, I'm going to be going to recorded ones, because I did some live with people, and then I'm thinking I'm going to move to recorded ones though. I feel like, which I don't mind explaining it, but I don't want to teach this because it's not for me to teach at this, like that doesn't feel aligned for me. What feels aligned is for me to do the work. So if it's recorded, I can focus more on actually doing the charts versus like trying to explain every little aspect of it, where that way I can focus on the potency of the session versus trying to be in teacher mode also. Of course, like I said, I tend to channel naturally, so if messages come through, I'll honor that and share that, but well, yeah, I can kind of focus on the work. So I think for my single sessions, it's going to be pre-recorded. You know, obviously you give me your intention and stuff like that, like it's, you know, a process. But what I am thinking about doing is doing journeys, where it's a package. I've already kind of put it together. I think I'm gonna repost it soon, but it's a package of them, a few different sessions, and so you can go deeper. And then for the first session, it is optional to do live with me virtual, and then the other ones will be pre-recorded. But I'll share more when I actually put those back out on my website. I'm kind of revamping some stuff. But I also want to start offering value and doing this now because I have found SRT to be really supportive, as well as other things. I've kind of learned a lot of different things over the years. But I remember the first time I received SRT, I was on this online group event. It was like a wealthy women's thing. And the opening ceremony, this lady was talking, and I didn't know what SRT was. And I remember I was doing the dishes, and she started tapping in and doing an SRT session. I just started crying. I'm like, what is this? So that kind of got my curiosity going to look more into like, what is SRT? So I started doing a lot of group sessions online and stuff for about a year and a half before I got trained in it. And I've done a couple personal sessions for myself. Okay. What else are we doing? Is that not on the charts? Yes. Okay. So what is it we need to do? Revise sleep template. Okay. So we're doing some more clearing on sleep. Feels like maybe some downloads. It feels like learning the importance of sleep, prioritizing it more, like kind of clearing any blocks to that, and it might be some downloads. But if I'm seeing a visual of someone making their bed in their room, and it feels like they're really prioritizing like the space, how clean their space is, how clear it is, how it smells, like really honoring the process of sleep and all that it entails. Like keeping your bedroom and your bed clean and nice, and your space clear and it fresh. Maybe if you have a diffuser or not, but it just, yeah, it feels like honoring the importance of sleep. That's kind of what we're clearing blocks to right now. I'm getting kind of hungry. I'm probably gonna eat, well, no, because I actually would like to record maybe one more after this, while it's just me here right now. Okay, anything else? I'll probably eat after that, and then is that the I am? No. High level blocks. Yeah, okay. So we're on the chart 18. Okay, where are we going? Blocks from the council within 2,000 levels. Programs on a subconscious mind of 1. Blocks from God over some. Programs on a subconscious mind of I am, that I am, God of planet. 9th level of Supreme Council blocks. Programs on a subconscious mind of I am. And beings of God consciousness level blocking. Okay, let's clear all of those. Now let's go ahead and throw in programs in the conscious mind of 1. Pretty much got all of them except for that one. For some people, maybe creating a habit of not watching TV so late before bed, would be beneficial. Instead of watching like TV shows, maybe starting to listen to relaxing music, or listen to a podcast, or read a book, or journal, or doing some stretching, something like that. It's coming through. Kind of downloading a little bit of that. Alternative ways to prep. And a safer environment for some people. Feels like a safer environment where you feel safe enough to actually go to sleep fully. Bringing in more safety to rest. Feeling a sensation almost like I want to cry a little bit. like this pit in my stomach. So for some people, you may not fully feel safe for whatever reason. So we're just kind of bringing in the energy of support so that you have more safe spaces and environments to sleep in. Maybe healthier relationships too, where your rest is honored, where you're not expected to sacrifice your physical needs and health needs for others. Almost. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start mopping up. I'm feeling we're getting close to the end. For this one, I'm hearing for some people creating a 60 or 90 day, 30 days is too short, I'm feeling, but for some people creating a 60 to 90 day plan of like really making some changes and really seeing how you feel. Feels like for some people, kind of coming back from burnout, maybe hormonal imbalance, things like that. Sleep will help, but you need to give it time, especially if you're on the really opposite end of the scale of like depletion, even possibly malnourishment, things like that. Giving your body some time to kind of come back. And it feels like for some people, seeking out a hormonal specialist not a doctor or anything like that. These are all just invitations to your own research. But maybe possibly seeking out a hormonal specialist or a functional doctor. And possibly sleep doctor. Might be beneficial to you. And I'm seeing magnesium glycinate, which there are different forms of magnesium. Glycinate is the one that's used a lot for helping with rest and sleep and stuff, and help to relax the nervous system. There are different ones for different things, but that's the most common one used. So maybe looking into that for some people. What else? Okay, that feels about it. Okay. Anything else before we mop up? Is this healing by father, mother, grandfather again? Yes, okay, please apply. Okay, let's check. What level are the high selves, lowest level that the high selves of those watching are sitting at now? It gets cleared too. Vector. Okay. So can we bring that up to new paradigm of radiant love, or as close as possible without research? Which is a little bit higher than it was before, which is good. Okay. All right, let's see, what about now? The lowest level, those that are see that. Okay, is that the minimum new paradigm of radiant love? Yes, okay, thank you. And let's check one more time. All right, what is the positive energy on sleep we hold? 100. And what is the negative energy held on sleep? 0. Okay, will it hold? No? Okay, let's kind of help to clear some blocks so that it can help hold, and do any downloads as necessary. I'm hearing it's not going to hold because some people are going to watch this and then think that this is all they need to do and not trying to change any of their habits. Okay, and then for improvement, there needs to be some type of shift and change. This session just helps energetically support the shift start to happen, and helps start to clear some of the energetic blocks and levels and density that is there. But there still needs to be physical action, kind of like I said already. So, and it's up to you. That's what I just saw flashing. It's up to you. But for now, you have some space cleared energetically to start to shift if you would like. Okay, now we're going to do our one word for what we are, even though it's sleep, but let's see what is our one word foundational energy clearing through this for sleep. Is that complaining? Yes, okay, let's clear. Complaining. Feels like it's just kind of what I just said, what came through. If you want something different, you got to do things different. Instead of saying you wish this was different or you're tired of this or whatever, it will also take you taking physical action. So you will start to receive support to help you take more aligned action. So, but it's up to you to actually receive that support, if that makes sense. Okay. And lastly, what one word? Actually, let's do the mop up first, and then we'll go to the one word that we're downloading. Okay, let's go ahead and do mop up for this group for the topic of sleep. I've been feeling the nudge to want to cry multiple times during the session. So for some people, it's okay. It's safe to cry, to honor that for yourself. And if you're not in a safe space now to do that, then, you know, maybe make that a priority to take some time out to get in a space where it is safe to release, to let go. Whether it's crying, whether it's screaming, if it's screaming in a car, screaming outside if it's safe, or in your place, or screaming into a pillow, whatever it may be, journaling, moving the body, things like that. Okay, last thing. What are we downloading in place of complaining for the group? Here, feels like acceptance, is that correct? Yes, okay, let's download acceptance. Feels like acceptance of one's situation, of one's status, like mental health, emotional health, physical health, things like that. But in general, we're downloading acceptance. It's going to be different for everyone. Acceptance of I've allowed things to be like this, but because I've allowed this, that means I also have the ability to change it, and clearing a little resistance. All right, are we complete? Yes, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I close this session with gratitude to my high self, the high self of those watching this, spirit, and any other teams, guys, that came through. Clear the session. And I'm just clearing the energy when I did that. All right, it is complete. If this has been beneficial for you, please let me know. Integration, lots of water, honoring rest. Some of the tips mentioned, if any of those align to you, doing that, seeking out support if needed or resources. Yeah, and nourishing drinks and food for your body, things like that. All right, blessings.